Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. We praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the King, the Master, the Sustainer, the Creator of the seven heavens and the earth, and we send peace and blessings upon His beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My brothers and sisters, our life in this world is extremely short, far shorter than what you think. Many of us, we've got hopes and plans and dreams and ambitions. And the truth is, let me be very real with you. Death will come to you. Death will meet you way before you can achieve at least half of your ambitions and your dreams. Nobody is promised tomorrow. Nobody. Death will come. It's promised. It comes unannounced. That is the reality. That is the haqq. That's the truth. No one knows when his time is. And my brothers and sisters, the very reason that we've been created, the very reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put us on this earth is to do what? Why are we here, my brothers? And please, let's just off the bat, whatever I'm going to say, I'm sure there's differences of opinion, I'm sure other people have other, wallahi, I'm good to everyone, wallahi, good luck to everyone. I'm just sharing my views. So my brothers, why are we here? Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create us? Are we here to play games? Be honest. Are we here to play games? Why are we here? Wallahi, my brothers, the more I spend time with the youth, I see that, and we always blame the youth. The truth is that the youth is a reflection of what came before them. Everyone's so focused about the youth, and our youth are lost, and our youth are confused, and our youth, Habibi, our youth are lost and confused because you're lost and confused. Because our fathers and mothers were lost and confused. Very easy to stand and point the finger and say, look at them. Look at them. Habibi, your son, your daughter is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you. How did you spend your time? What are you doing with your life? Your kid is trying to do the exact same thing, maybe through a different path, but the exact same thing. So why are we here, my brothers? Is the purpose of life to get married? Is the purpose of life to wear nice clothes? Is the purpose of my existence to build a big home? Is that why I'm here? Or am I here to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Am I here? Has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah has placed you on this earth for what? For short time. If Allah gives you life, how much is He going to give you? 80 years? 90 years? 100 years? And then what? And then you're going. And then you're going. And then what do you take with you? What do you take? Wallahi, my brothers, this world is so trivial, you have no idea. No idea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created you for a short time to worship Him, to call to Him, to glorify Him, to establish deen in your life. Two things. My opinion, two things. The purpose of your existence on earth is to establish deen in my life and to establish deen on the earth. Simple. Deen in me and deen in others. That's the purpose of your life. That's why you're here. Wallahi, my brothers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care. He doesn't care. Allah doesn't care how much money you have. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care how many cars you drive. Allah doesn't care how big your house is, how many bedrooms, whether there's en-suites, granite bench tops, bench. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care. It's all dunya. Al-dunya mal'una wa mal'unun ma fiha. Law kanat ad-dunya ta'dilu 'inda Allahi janaha ba'uda ma saka kafiran minha sharbet ma. The Prophet of Allah, he says, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this world is so trivial. This world is so pathetic. This world is so cheap in the eyes of Allah. It's so cheap. It's so worthless. He says, if it doesn't, but if this world had the Sahaba against someone, a prankster. A prankster is someone that oppresses. A prankster is someone that leaves the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He's a prankster. But my brothers, what have we left? We left the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam for the life of whom? For the life of whom? What are we following? What's happening in our community? What's happening in our community? There's a death on a weekly basis. A death on a weekly basis now. And who's killing who? Don't you understand? When you leave the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know, people tell me, brother, look what kafar. Habibi, never mind what kafar are doing to you. Allah Himself will destroy you. When you leave the manhaj, when you leave the way, when you leave the path, Allah will destroy. Never mind what kafar are doing. Allah Himself will destroy you through your own actions. Through your own actions. We've left the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for who? Let's be honest. For the way of Fir'aun. Is that what we're doing? Whose side are you on? Are you on the Prophet's side or are you on Fir'aun's side? And the youth and my brothers and my sisters, you know, wallahi, I see the love we have for this love. Yani this life, bro, we glorify it so much. Far, did you see? Far, did you hear? Brother, you see what he's driving? Do you see what he's wearing? We love it, brother. What do you love about it? What do you love about it? You choose the life of the prophets, you will have the ending of the prophets. But if you choose the life of Fir'aun, by Allah, you will have the fate and you will have the end of Fir'aun. Muslim or non-Muslim, doesn't matter. You choose the path of Fir'aun, Allah will show you very clearly. You choose that path, you're going to have the ending of Fir'aun. Look at the way we're going out. Look at the way we're going out. If they're not dying by being shot, one of the mashaykh was saying, I heard this with my own ears, one of the mashaykh. He says, I went to visit an old man. He says, I went to visit an old man. The family called him and said, and this old man grew up, again, a gangster is not just a person who, you know, has the image and the Burberry bag. No, Habibi. A gangster is the one that left the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's a prankster. So this sheikh was saying, you know, he said, you know, so the family came to see me to go visit an old man. An old man. He said, so when I got there, this old man, all his life he used to listen to music. All his, Allah speaks, it falls on deaf ears. You choose the life of Fir'aun, you have the fate of Fir'aun. How did our mate Tupac die, mashallah? How did he die? Allah will show you again and again. All those that stand and follow the path of Fir'aun, Allah destroys them and destroys them by the thing that they take honor in. Has Allah not destroyed them again and again? And still we follow that path. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? He says, whoever stays away from my deen, whoever stays away from my remembrance, whoever stays away from my path, image brings beautiful women and it brings this and it brings that. But you don't see what else it brings also, my brother, my sister. Visit someone in Habas. Like I was on like I was on cloud 9. I felt like Tony Montana, Habibi. Why? Because I was pretty much a good boy. Like, you know, crime was never my thing. We're going to Habas, man. We're going to see what it's like inside. Wallahi, even my persona, you know, like as soon as I got to the, like, and I don't have dramas with anyone. I got to the Habas. Habibi, relax. Man, you've come to visit someone. Yeah, but brother, you know I'm visiting? And I remember, you know, our first prison visit, it was the sickest thing in the world, bro. My first Habas visit. Now when he told me Habas visit, Ya Allah, run for your life, run. Why? No one's interested, Habibi. That's the truth of your life. You got a Habas, your mates will come visit you for what? First month, 2 months, Habibi, 1 year, and then what? You know who you're left with? Do you know who you're left with? You're left with those who you sold for that rubbish. Your mother and your father. The one who now, brother, I don't have time for my old man. I fritni sarani this bloke, bro. Now fritni. Now I don't have time for him. But you go, Habibi, you go. Go to prison and see who really cares about you. Go to prison and see who stands by your side. Wallahi, my brothers, in this life, that life, the only people you will ever hurt are those that really care about you the most. And the people that pay the biggest price for your stupidity are those that care for you the most. Your boys will help you out for the first 2-3 months. They'll put money in your buy-up and this, that and the other. And then at the end you think, sure bro, Fretni, man, I don't have time for him, brother. And that's the truth. And then who's left there every single Saturday and Sunday? Speak up, bro, speak up. Who goes to these prison visits? Who's left? Ali and Ahmad and Mohammed. And she's standing there, bro. An old lady that's had to drive for 3 hours. 3 hours she's driving. And standing there and go through one checkpoint and another checkpoint. And have some guy frisk her and touch her. And all this. Because you thought you were a bad boy on the streets. All this because, brother, now I'm in Habas Khayye. Every week she never fails you. Where's your boys? Where? Wallahi, I know of mothers. They save their pension money, brother, pension money. She's supposed to be retiring, enjoying her life. Khalas, I'm leaving out the rest of my days. She saves her pension money. Why? So that she can put it in his buy-up. So that he can buy his tuna and his bread. And speaking about the brother that's repented and changed. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all sins in dunya. You know? But I see young brothers he's aspiring to do. You know, I see them. 13, 14. You know what his dream and his ambition is? It's to get a tat. Habibi, Inta, what do you want this for? Why, Habibi? Just tell me, what do you want it for? You know why he wants it deep down. Wallahi, I've sat in gatherings with brothers, beats like this, and we talk. Brother, you know if tats weren't haram, wallah, I'll get this and I'll get that and I'll have this and I'll have that. What's that mean? Wallahi, that's a sign of how much we love it. And it starts off cute. How does it usually start? How does it usually start, tats? His mum's name. It's my sister's name. Ya khalli, tu'bushni anta, tu'bushni. Tu'bushni anta ya habib qalbi anta. Some of them are different. Allah. Ya habibi tal ghiyabak ana. Soldier of Allah. Only God can judge me, brother. Habibi, wallahi, he's gonna judge you, have no doubt. And that's how it starts. Did you ever see anyone get one and call it a day? Did anyone ever get one and call it a day? Starts off with mum's name. Then who does it end with, man? The Prophet of Allah, he says in the Sahih Hadith, the Prophet of Allah cursed. You know, the Prophet of Allah didn't curse kuffar. Very rarely ever cursed kuffar. Very rarely. Was always a man of, generally speaking, overwhelming forgiveness and letting things go and letting things slide. And da'wah, you know, when Jibreel came down, when the people of Taif, when Jibreel came down, he says to my Prophet of Allah, with me is the angels of the mountains. And if you so wish, they will crush the 2 mountains over the people of Taif. Those that stoned him and harmed him and pelted him. What did he say? He said, rather, I ask Allah that from their progeny, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raises an ummah for the people of Taif who harmed him and stoned him. But when he came to the topic of tattoos, and yes, my sister, yes. Yes, ya habib alwi inti ya ruhi, yes. For the one that plucks her eyebrows, mashallah. He's not talking about that, is he? For the sister that plucks her... No, I'm not plucking, I'm just cleaning it up. Have you heard those movies? I'm cleaning it up. The Prophet of Allah in the Sahih Hadith, he cursed. The Prophet of Allah, he cursed the one that's aspiring to be like that. Let me tell you the truth. While you think that this path is glamorous and glorious, wallahi, the whole community thinks you're a nishah. Am I lying? Please help these young brothers. Am I lying? Who thinks that this life and that image is disgusting? Raise your hands for the young ones to see, so that they don't think I'm lying. So you've seen it with your own eyes. You think that wallahi the community is fed up. It's fed up. You know, there used to be a time when we used to hear someone got shot. Who, when, how, what happened? Now, Allah, when are these people going to change, bro? And you know what, my brothers? Do you know who ends up shooting most of these people? Do you know who ends up? Who knows? Who ends up knocking most of these people? Who? Their mates. Their mates, their boys, their cowies. Brother, he's my celly. I remember the first time I heard that, because I got no idea.com, yeah? He's my celly. I thought, what's that? Like a cell phone? I really didn't know. What's a celly? Nah, brother, he was my cellmate. We did habas together. So we go back to the habas part, you know what I mean? How many times, and be honest, how many times have we heard a brother got knocked, a brother got killed by who? By his celly, by one of the boys. And people do this whole, brother, wallah, we're like this and we're like that, and I'll take a bullet for you, and ta وخطبة أفلام هندي وتركي بقى, bro. And wallah al-azim, I take an oath by Allah, and by no means am I trying to be funny, Allah knows. And wallahi, my brothers, as soon as, and I hate it, brother, this came out, brother. Habibi, when this comes out, he runs. Wallahi, that's the truth. One of the boys got knocked while he was with his mates, and not a single person made a move. Why? Because that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the life you're living. No one for no one. Brother, I'll take a bullet for you. Brother, sit down. Please, man. Take a bullet for you. Just wake up and make dua for me. It's an image, wallahi, it's a false image. And you know what else? You know what burns me the most? We think these people are tough. We think that image is strong. Wallahi, 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 I take an oath by Allah. Wallah al-azim, they are, most of them, so that I do justice, most of them are the biggest cowards on the face of the planet. Because you know why? The truth is, we're only strong, we only oppress, we only put it on the one that we know he can't do anything about it. Tell me I'm wrong. When a drama in the area happens, this is generally the go. Generally, I'm not saying all. When a drama takes place, what's the first thing they do? Brother, who's that? Habibi, what does it matter who's that? Aren't you staunch, brother? Aren't you a Zalmi cuz? What does it matter who that is? What do you need to ask for? There's a reason why he's asking. Why is he asking? Why? Because if he's a heavy, if he's someone that can do damage, then what? Brother, nah, wallah, for the sake of Allah, I forgive him. For the sake of Allah, you little kazzab. For the sake of Allah, you little kazzab. But if it's someone I know I can hurt him, and I know I can put it on him, and I know that pretty much nothing's gonna happen to me, well, we've seen what happens. Is that a real man? Is that a real man? And be honest, who are we killing? Who are we killing? Ever noticed how we're only killing each other? You know why? Because we know each other. Very rarely, and I'm not encouraging this in any way, shape or form, very rarely did anyone ever get out of the area and do dramas with someone that's unknown. True or not? Please answer so the young kids know. True or not? Yes, it's true. Why? Brother, maddaq ma'o, brother, maddaq ma'o. Maddaq ma'o. But for me, Trab Trambaki, no problems. For him, don't daq ma'o. But for me, you do the dabki, no problems, you little jaban. Why? Because I'm daif? Because I don't have a big family? Why? Because I can't stand up for myself? Is this our deen? Is this Islam? The Prophet of Allah and his companions who came to teach us that the strong should look after the weak. Those that are rich should look after the poor, not take advantage of them. The brother goes, opens up a man'ur shop, he opens up a little cafe, he's trying to make a living, he's trying to do something halal, he's trying to feed his family, he's trying to stay off the streets and stay off haram. And what do? Instead of helping him and supporting him, we're asking him for protection money. Like a tfa alak ya nishah. Tfa alak ya nishah, you're a wati, brother. Wallah al-azim you are. You're a coward. Instead of helping and uplifting and rising your ummah, what are you doing? You come up to the masjid, what's he making a week? 1,500 bucks, 2 grand a week? And the brother comes, hits him up for $500 protection money. For what, brother? For what? What's he selling? Za'atar and cheese? But what's he doing? Nah, brother, nah. Yeah, you know what? Let's open doors. No, brother, I only do it because he's a Shi'i. What? Is that how you're justifying away because he's a Shi'i or he's a Alawi? Where's your akhlaq? Where's your adab? Where's your trying to call him to deen? Trying to call him to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Trying to save these people? Where? No, brother, he's not one of us. One of who, yani who? What are we doing? Those that are best to the women, and I'm the best to my women. What dunya did he give her, my sister? What dunya? Aisha says in the authentic narration when she was speaking to her nephew Urwa, she says, Wallahi, a full moon, we would see the full moon, then the full moon, then the full moon. 2 complete months used to pass us by. 2 complete months used to pass us by. And she said there would be, she said not a single flame was lit, yani no cooking and no boiling in any of the 9 houses of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I drink alcohol. Brother, Habibi, what? You know, please, my brothers, help me. How does 2 wrongs make a right? How? You selling drugs, or you taking drugs, or you, that's one haram. Yes or no? Yes. But you not praying, Habibi, that's another world. Don't let shaitan destroy you. Don't let shaitan fool you. Your salah is between you and Allah. Don't let anyone stand between that. So brothers told me, yeah, but brother, I heard that, you know, if you drink alcohol, that you can't pray for 40 days. And you can. I think, brother, where do you get this from? Pray. No matter what you do, my brother and my sister, pray. I'm not encouraging sin. And I'm not encouraging haram in any way, shape or form. But I'm just saying, even if, so please, yani, I hope I'm being clear. Even if, let's say, khalas, I'm determined, today I'm going out clubbing with the boys. That's it. You're not going to stop me. I say, fine. Khalas, if I can't stop you, it's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's fine. But please, my brother, please, before you go clubbing, pray Isha. Is there anything wrong with that? Don't be, brother, that's hypocrisy. Brother, you're the hypocrite. Sit down and shut up. Because when you run your mouth like that, you're turning people off deen. Some brothers, in trying to stop a brother from selling drugs, he picks on the only good thing he does. Brother, you pray and you sell drugs, how can that be? So what does the brother end up doing? Yeah, he stops the prayer. You instigated that. Don't assist shaitan on your brother. Don't assist shaitan on your brother, and don't assist shaitan on your sister. So what do I say to the boys? Yeah, Habibi, do you want to go out clubbing? Do you want to drink up and get wasted? That's fine, just pray Isha. Can you do that? And try your best. Be home before Maghrib, be home before Fajr. But our problem is we've become extremists. Bismillah. So please, my brothers, wallahi, come back to your deen, come back to salah, come back, please just come back. Come back and start moving, man. Start moving for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.